Happy Saturday, or whatever day it may be when you happen across this. It's your buddy, Jay Balveo. Yowza. Alright, I gotta stay focused. So, welcome. How is everyone? How are y'all doing this beautiful January, or, whenever in time you come across this? Alright, let's see. We'll give that a try. I think it ought to work out pretty good. Okay, so, like I said, welcome. This will be the first of, we'll see, it is yet to be determined, how many book studies. A book study of how many book studies, which is going to be on the book The Art and Practice of the Occult by the wonderful Ophiel. Yes, I know you've all been eager, so eager, all 3, 4, 9, 10 of you. I love you all so much, though. That's all I really need for now, If you build it, they will come. That's what they say, right? So, and what better way to build in life than off of the success of others? So, shout out to Travis Magus, because recently I had been going through the Ophiel book studies that he uploaded a few years back. And as I thought to myself, he left a couple of these out. I wonder why. Because it seemed, he might have been pretty gung-ho to finish them. Maybe he didn't, took them down, I don't know. Anyhow, I still found myself wondering, why aren't they there? Because, the PDFs are there, which I have linked for you, so you can follow along. And it was interesting, because then the very friendly, loving, angelic, mercurial, Olympic spirit, Ophiel, sort of manifested just staring at his watch. And recently, I might add that Minosis, shout out also, had been reading through Kenneth Grant's Outside the Circle of Time, which sort of converged, in a three-way, to have that wonderful Ophiel next to me, kind of tapping the watch, and that's when it dawned on me, this is because I should read these books first, because I had been kind of feeling motivated to do a book study, but I had a couple other things maybe in mind, and then, voila. So let this be a wonderful example. When you follow spirit, what can come of it? So, anyway, let's begin. This will be our bookmark. What a lovely bookmark. This was a gift recently. One of the many gifts the goddess just happens to throw right in your lap when you least expect it. All right, so what is the occult? And what does a knowledge of the occult do for you here and now? In his third book, Ophiel again probes the questions that have evinced man's speculation through the ages, the whys and wherefores of existence, drawing on various sources, primarily the Kabbalistic tree of life. He studies the elemental forces, or in Hindu, the tattvas: earth, Prithvi, water, Apas, fire, Tejas, air, Vayu, and ether, Akasha. He introduces you to their symbology in form and color, and the various rituals that man has evolved from the study of these forces as integral parts of our lives. He shows how this study of the forces all around and within us can lead us into a deeper, more complete understanding of life. Inherent in this understanding of cosmic principles is the key to a fuller, happier life that is available to any person desirous of growth. Through easily readable instructions, he guides you, the student, into those aspects of occult knowledge that will supply the key. All you have to do is use it. Alright, so for the fans, which will be most of you who've decided to come over here from dear sweet Travis Magus or my Gnosis, you will probably remember Ophiel, or if you go look back through his live streams, you will find them. You know what? I'm just going to link them. Love you, Trav. I'm just going to link them. Because, obviously, I don't have to tell you this spirit in particular, dear Ophiel here, is very, as I'm sure all of you will see too, eager to communicate knowledge. So, we will do just that now. Because I'm still kind of winging it with all of this, I have kind of a temporary setup here for how we're going to read this book and keep it open. I think it's going to work out pretty good, though. Also, you know, because I'm not a YouTuber yet, I'm working on it. Or at least for the sake of bringing knowledge, as I said. Like, let's see. Oh, yeah, but he does this thing, huh? Man. See, let me get, all right, I'm going to show you all a quick little example, something real quick. Because, you know, you can tell yourself, oh, I gotta wait. I'll wait to do this. I'll wait to do this. You know, shout out also to the homie Curve, because we had a conversation recently where we were talking about how we had taken a cyclomancy class with Travis Magus earlier in the year, and we were paired together, and we're kind of discussing what we had done with it, which was, you know, I'm sure you all can guess, not as much as you hope to when you start. Anyway. But where I was telling him, you know, well, I kind of have this plan for when I want to come back to it, how I want to approach it. And, you know, he said to me that, which paraphrasing, but he said something along the lines of, you know, that thing right there that we tell ourselves about when the time is right is almost the Ouroboros eating its own tail, or the beginning of it starting to eat its own tail. But that so let me give you a physical representation of that, because as I said in the previous video, I really wanted to get this out and going before the calendar year rolled over. So I got that first one up at least, thank goodness. But these other ones were a little behind schedule. That's okay, because we're still, you know what, we're still on schedule. So no, forget all that behind schedule. We're always on schedule because everything's perfect, right? Everything's where it's supposed to be. Oh, you guys, excuse me, actually, I forgot to light an incense. Give me 1 moment. Plus, I need a drink of water. Sure, there's a million names for it, or thousands at the very least. Okie dokie, okie dokie. All right, beloveds. So, in that time, I hope you see that I'm also walking you through all of this, you know, trial and error process, the I'm not a YouTuber, the yada yada, because I need a little assistance, I need a little feedback, little help, because I'm treating this like it would be a live, since they're gonna be live anyway, or that's the hope and goal. Oh boy, what if we have to do the whole book this way? Anyhow. Okay, so where was I? Where I was showing you through the process, because if you're always waiting until the right time, you know, you're probably not gonna ever do much of anything. So one thing I told myself about, you know, oh well, by the time I get the subscribers, I'll grab a little setup so I can have, you know, an actual little thing to mount the book and the phone to record, or camera, whatever else may be used. Anyhow, screw that. Why wait? So this is my setup, of course, right? And, you know, shout out to the real goddess sitting on top of these Tupperwares of delicious holiday treats made by the first and foremost goddess in all our lives, my mother. Thank you, Mom. I love you. Okay, so anyhow, all right. So we see here Chariot card. That's another thing I love about Ophiel's books, how he includes this tarot card, which, I mean, most of them it seems he elaborates on, but we'll have to crack in here to find out for sure. Okay, just showing other books he wrote. All right. Yeah, that won't, no, I don't think that's going to be too, nah, let's see. Okie dokie, see? Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the process of life. All right, so dedication to grandmother Monty Boberich and mother Alice Peach, to whom I owe so much but was never able to repay due to circumstances beyond all physical control. Forward to 1979, reprinted edition. That little laser might be issue, huh? Boy, that's the, you know, fun about all these fun lights in life. And I have to keep checking because of how it's in this mug that, okay, there we go. All right. Oh, but now it'll be on that other page. You little pain in my butt. Okay, come on. 8th time's the charm, right? All right. Anyhow. Okay. Forward to 1979 reprinted edition. Time has arrived for another printing of this book. This book, The Art and Practice of the Occult, was, at that time, an idea of what was a beginning knowledge of some of the basics of the occult necessary to begin to understand the subtle interplane workings of occult forces. Since then, this, sorry also, you know, it's that time of year, so I'm going to be a little stuffy, sniffly. Forgive me, you know. The feedback, constructive criticism's good too. So, you know, if it's like, hey, get a friggin' handkerchief or whatever, let's make this as beautiful and constructive as possible, just like life. All right. Since then, this basic occult knowledge has been further expanded into another following book named The Art and Practice of Kabbalah Magic by Ophiel. Your personal understanding of the inner plane forces and their outer workings out on this physical plane, the true beginning of outer plane controls for your better life living or being born again. As I have said many times before, all this knowledge is thousands of years old already. I merely gathered it together, cleaned it up, and rearranged it for today. It's all yours. Go to it. So let it be. Ophiel, 1979. All right. This is part of the experiment too, is that, let's see, as you go, well, You're gonna find out if you don't know, right? Let's see. I don't know about that. It's a little crooked. What else could we do? I might just have to try to hold it for that one. A burning candle would not be a good choice. That's not, no. But perhaps a candle that is not lit would be a better choice. More weight. The problem then becomes light, right? Light and seeing the pages. But I might have an idea for that as well. All right, one more quick walk away from this, and then I promise that's going to be the last one, because it's full. So the problem is this thing is bright as heavens. Cool. Yay. All right. Forward. Might be a little hard there where there's the bend in the page. Let's see if I kind of angle it just right. Well, good thing you're all going to have a PDFs if you do not have the physical copy of this book. I wish I had a great and inspiring message to give you here at the beginning of this book. Well, starting it off on a good note. I wish I could tell you that, containing this book, in a immediate and powerful universe... Well, perfect, because that reminds me... Oh, heavens, look at that, Ash. Okay, well... I'm really blessed to have you all here for this process. Yeah, pin it up, pin it to the wall. Be nice to the book. Alright, come on. Well, good thing I'm gonna make sure to have that clippy thing by the time we read this live, huh? Oh, heavens. Okay, let's see here. Perhaps, let's try a lay down. Let's try a, I'll put Hockey Puck. That'll be great for any Canadian people, fans, friends, travelers who journey this way. Okay, maybe let's try Hockey Puck up. This is a lot of fun, right? I'm glad you can all be part of this creative process. It really is awesome to have you here for this, so thank you. Because, hey, I get it, you know, we all love what's familiar, right? So I've seen plenty of things come across my feed or be suggested to me that I've slept on and later been like, hey, this is great. You know, not me saying that that's what this is going to be. We don't know what this is going to be. But it's going to be a slow start. That's one thing we know for sure. Hopefully not too slow, but... Oh, sheesh. That's going to be a comedic start at the front. That much is guaranteed there. Frick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's going to have to be good enough. All right. So, yep, starting it off good. We'll just start again. So, forward. I wish I had a great and inspiring message to give you here at the beginning of this book. I wish I could tell you that contained in this book is, that's a typo, a immediate and powerful universal solution to all your earth troubles, spiritual and material. But I have no such message or no such solution to give. and neither has anyone else, including all the churches and all the religions. And, oh boy, all of the people just, sharing garbage reels or just, things that aren't actually helping us to develop ourselves in terms of connections to the divine or connections to the earth as well, because that's important. In case you didn't see in my last video, that fun discussion of balance, go check it out if you haven't yet. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See, hey, look, I'm getting pretty good at this already. All right, anyway. Oh, okay. I entreat you, students, not to be carried away by the claims that any and many teachers or masters make. Especially beware of any teacher or school which claims to have the absolute truth, and especially watch your money donations. All there is really available in the occult field is some knowledge, and that is much botched up. And he wrote this at the end of the 70s. Bless you, Ophiel. The occult field is full of half-baked fakers. Nothing known to the sun? In this book, I have gathered together and redone a mess of occult knowledge. If you will study and assimilate this knowledge, it can lead to results. As soon as you assimilate the knowledge, you should begin to formulate some theories of your own as to how the practices work. Now, it's a very important part of all of this, because we can read this all we want, but if you do these different practices, spiritual techniques, you will find there is something there that you can't get from in these books, or any books or reels or clever memes, or even podcasts, any of that. There is something you can only get from this being done yourself. Let's see, where was I? Yeah, down here. In all occult matters and societies, there is much glib parlance about initiation and self-realization, uniting with the divine, and various other kinds of occult attainments, which are all up in the heavenly skies and certainly of no help here on earth. Okay. Perfect. I mean, we got a little bit of the Star Wars intro angle going on, but hey. I'm reminded of an old trite fable I heard as a child. A man was walking down a dark road at night, and he kept looking up at the stars until in so doing, he stumbled off the road and fell into a ditch full of water. The moral is simple. While stars are nice to look at, and there is no reason why an occasional look should not be taken of them, the man was here below and not above. And as we are here is where our attention should center for now. It has always seemed to me that occult work / powers should begin at the bottom here, right here and now, and not have for an immediate objective some faraway achievement nowhere near immediately attainable. I know of no occult group that has encouraged this idea, except possibly Christian Science and Unity, who do seem to offer some immediate help in daily living. All the others seem to harp continually on the aforementioned goals: divine union, attaining divine love, nirvana, and a dozen other such things, and neglecting the day-by-day material living. That is very important. Very, very important. We are here in the material world, so why not be here in the material world, right? Gross. Excuse me. All right. Well, only gross if you think it is. I mean, shit, I'd be hawking up in my free time all the time. But this is a different realm. This is not my free time. This is shared time. So probably going to need to, get a handkerchief or something. Or just, I don't know, something. Okay. Goodness. All right. I better should just not. There's both ends of this are ashy, so it's okay. It has always seemed to me that occult work. Oh, wait, we already read that. I already read that whole dang thing. Wow, Trev, look at you go. Love you. In this book, as I said, I have tried again to go over the occult field and pick out some material and reorganize it so it can be used here and now. I took for this work the basic concept of the Kabbalah system as given in several different works. I analyzed it and expanded it in several different ways. Please study and assimilate this material. I can promise that if you will study the material in this book and combine it with some of the techniques as given in my first book, The Art and Practice of Astral Projection, which will be linked, the video for that, the PDF, all that. So, have fun with this Ophiel journey if you have not done this yet. You should achieve a passable working, knowledge of occult principles that you can apply to daily life living. Now, don't do this work with the idea of using it to affect and influence and possibly injure other persons. I'm not going to say that some God will punish you or you'll be punished, etc. Don't refrain from not doing injury to others for this reason. Refrain because using your developed powers to injure others is just plain silly, and a darn silly waste of power, which will react on you at some time and place. There is one possible exception. If you are being attacked unreasonably, you might use some powers to defend yourself, but even that with extreme caution, to be sure there is no backlash. All right, one last interruption. May the Mother and Father bless you all for your patience with this. I better check my battery real quick. How are we looking?